All right, we are on the record in case number 25 TRD 01258, caption the state of Ohio versus Jeremiah Mackey Jr. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, so the record should reflect that the defendant is present in the courtroom today. Miss Yeager is here on behalf of the state of Ohio, and this matter is scheduled for a trial to the court. The defendant is charged with 2 counts of involving driver's license violations. One is driving under a OVI suspension, and the other is driving under a it looks like it says security on the citation, but according to the new Albany Municipal Code, it's basically just driving under a forfeiture.
What I have is a financial responsibility.
Yeah. So the driving under an OVI charge, or under an OVI suspension charge, is a first-degree misdemeanor. Carries up to 180 days jail, up to a $1,000 fine, and up to a 1-year license suspension. Does carry mandatory minimum penalties of up to, or of at least $250 fine, a 1-day license suspension, and at least 3 consecutive days in Licking County Jail. The other charge is an unclassified misdemeanor, I believe, is it not?
Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't carry any potential jail time. And either way, if the defendant were to enter pleas of guilty or be convicted of the offenses, they would merge for the purposes of sentencing. So there'd only be one conviction. Ms. Yeager, is the state ready to proceed with trial today?
Yes, Your Honor. However, Mr. Mackey informed us he actually wanted this set for a jury trial, not a bench trial today.
All right. And Mr. Mackey, what do you have to say about that?
She is absolutely correct, Your Honor. Also, I shared with her as well. I have documents, if I could serve the court.
Why don't you just tell me what you have there first?
These documents that I have is referring to a removal that's been passed up from the clerk, and as well, my case is in fact on an appeal at the moment.
On appeal where?
I'm sorry.
On appeal where?
It's an appeal.
In what court? Is what I'm saying. Where have you filed an appeal?
The Court of Appeals,
Okay, which district?
the 10th District.
Okay, now that covers Franklin County, and we're in the 5th District Court of Appeals.
I'm sorry, it's the 5th District. You're absolutely right. It's the 5th District. I have
I'm assuming that your appellate paperwork is similar to what you've been submitting to the court. That's what it looks like.
that one or this.
But just in general, all of your filings with this court are on this. It's kind of a unique. It's a.
All right, folks, strap in, because today we're dealing with the ultimate Google University law graduate. That's right, a sovereign citizen who thinks reading Reddit threads equals passing the bar exam. He's up against an Ohio judge who has zero tolerance for legal gibberish. On the line, charges for driving under suspension, which might sound boring until you realize this defendant is about to derail his own defense faster than his license got suspended. Get ready for appeals filed in the wrong state, paperwork written in all caps like a bad ransom note, and a man who insists he knows the law better than the actual court. Let's just say this is less trial and more train wreck in real time.
In order in a what we call a petty offense, and a petty offense is anything punishable by less than 1 year in prison. A jury trial is not automatic. It has to be demanded. And Rule 23 of the Ohio Rules of Criminal Procedure require that jury demand be made not less than 10 days before the scheduled bench trial. So your request for a jury trial would be untimely. Now, I'll entertain a position from the state in that regard. Do you intend to represent yourself throughout, whether you have a bench trial or a jury trial? Or did you want the court to, or are you going to ask the court to appoint an attorney to represent you?
Represent myself, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deny what I construe to be a motion to continue for the purpose of setting the matter for jury trial, because the matter's been pending for quite some time. Let's see, all of February, all of March, and now halfway into April. And so the defendant did have an ample opportunity to submit a demand for trial by jury, but that demand was made in an untimely fashion today. So the record will reflect that the motion was made, but the court denied that. Your options at this point, Mr. Mackey, are to either have a trial. The state has indicated it's prepared to proceed, and you can obviously represent yourself. You have the right to, if you wish, to change your pleas from not guilty to guilty.
Here's Sovereign Citizen 101. When you're losing, just say I appealed and hope the magic word makes the judge back off. The problem? He can't even name the right court at first. First, it's the 10th district. Then, oops, maybe the 5th. This isn't an appeal. It's a geography quiz gone wrong. And trust me, judges know the appellate process better than someone printing fake motions off of copypastalaw.com.
No contest. But I do not believe the state is inclined to dismiss the charges. Is that correct, Ms. Yeager?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. So how would you like to proceed? Would you like to have your trial today, or did you want to change your pleas from not guilty to guilty or no contest?
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, I motion that this case be continued and or stayed because the case is now on an appeal in the 5th District Court of Appeals. Also, the case has been petitioned removed to the Ohio District Court under case 223 CV 02962 JLG CHG and to the New Jersey District Court under case 224 CV 03934 MEFJBC. The court's jurisdiction is divested.
This is gold. The judge points out that our sovereign citizen filed paperwork in Newark, New Jersey. Not Newark, Ohio. That's like trying to use monopoly money to pay your taxes. The effort's there, but it's completely useless. Step 1 of representing yourself. At least know what state your case is in.
Top of the page, and that's not how yours are captioned. Furthermore, as far as jurisdiction is concerned, this court does have jurisdiction because this is an alleged violation of the traffic laws of the city of New Albany that is alleged to have occurred within Licking County. This court has jurisdiction over traffic offenses that are alleged to have occurred within Licking County. And by being here today and by entering pleas, you've waived any objection to personal jurisdiction over you. All right?
Your Honor, I object on this bench trial. I do want a jury trial.
Okay, and as I've already explained to you, you did not make your demand in a timely fashion, so the motion to continue and the request for a trial by jury is going to be denied. It doesn't sound to me like you don't want to, I know you don't want to change your pleas from not guilty to guilty or no contest, so at this time I'm simply going to order or ask the prosecutor to call their first witness.
Thank you. The state will call Officer Kors to the stand, please.
Officer, please come forward and be sworn. Oh, actually, before he does that, Mr. You can have a seat, but Mr. Mackey, you indicated that you do wish to represent yourself.
And here we go with the Sovereign Citizen bingo card. Federal filings, random case numbers, and the big claim that this court has no jurisdiction. It's the equivalent of yelling "Uno" in the middle of a chess match. The judge doesn't even flinch. He calmly explains that this court does have jurisdiction because, surprise, the offense happened in this county, under this law. Translation: nice try, but no amount of lechi. Gal cosplay gets you out of this one.
Correct. Is that right? Okay. So you have the right to be represented by an attorney by hiring one of your choosing. You're also eligible to ask the court to appoint an attorney to represent you at no cost. If you qualified based upon your income, your expenses, your household size, the court would appoint an attorney to represent you. However, if it's your intention to represent yourself, it is necessary to execute a written waiver of the right to counsel. 1258. So I'm going to have the bailiff hand to you a form entitled attorney waiver. I'm just going to read it into the record in open court right now. It says, it's captioned attorney waiver, and it says, in open court and on the record, I hereby waive my right to an attorney in this case. I've been fully advised of my right to be represented by an attorney, including my right, if applicable, to have an attorney appointed by the court at no cost if I qualify. I agree to proceed without an attorney at this time. I have been advised of the charges against me and the maximum possible sentence that they carry. I've also been advised if there are any mandatory minimum penalties which might apply. And then it says, in witness whereof I have hereunto subscribed my signature this 11th day of April 2025. So if it is your intention to represent yourself and to waive your right to an attorney, go ahead. signed by the X there, but do please read that because I'm going to make sure that you understand what it is.
Yes, that one.
Been objected to this, I object this trial.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Refusing to sign this, Your Honor. At this moment, I'm not refusing to sign it. This court jurisdiction has been divested.
Notice the patience here. The judge doesn't scream, doesn't mock. He just dismantles the nonsense piece by piece. He explains how federal pleadings are formatted, why this paperwork looks fake, and why local courts still have authority. This is where sovereign citizen logic crumbles. They think yelling jurisdiction is a get-out-of-jail-free card, but in reality, it just makes the court take you less serious.
Is going to go forward. If you later appeal, if you're found guilty, I'm not saying you will be, but if there's a conviction that's entered, you have the right to appeal to the 5th District, arguing that this court never had jurisdiction over you, which means basically this would all not count. But you don't get to make, I've already made the determination that the court does have jurisdiction over you. If you don't want to sign that form, obviously I can't make you do that, but I will declare what's called a constructive waiver of counsel. And what that means is you've said out loud that you wish to waive your right to counsel, that you want to represent yourself. I'm going to accept that as a valid waiver of counsel, even if you don't wish to sign that. So, Ms. Kyle, if you'll bring this back to me, and for what it's worth, Mr. Mackey, this was filed with the court, and I do have a copy of that, and I did look at it, okay? All right, very well. Please swear in the witness.
Do you solemnly swear or do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I affirm.
Please have a seat, sir. For the record, you're gonna give your name and spell your last name.
Officer Michael Coors, Cohrs.
And the address of your precinct?
50 Village Hall Road, New Albany, Ohio, 43054.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You may inquire.
Officer Force, how long have you been with the New Albany Police Department?
Over 6 years.
And were you so employed on January 29th of 2025?
Yes.
And were you working that day?
Yes.
What shift?
This is the broken record moment. Even after the judge explained the rules, the sovereign citizen repeats the demand like he's hoping persistence will magically bend the law. But here's the thing. Jury demands have a deadline. Miss it, and you're stuck with a bench trial. That's not oppression, that's procedure. Yet he keeps hammering the point, thinking repetition equals victory. Spoiler alert, it doesn't.
And were you wearing a uniform of the day like you are in court?
Yes.
And were you driving a marked cruiser with a working visible light bar?
Yes.
And what were your duties that day?
I was working standard patrol. I would believe I was on Zone 3, which is the Licking County side of New Albany.
Is that for like traffic enforcement?
Correct.
And what kind of training have you undergone for traffic enforcement?
I was trained at the Columbus Police Academy over 2 weeks of traffic enforcement to include all traffic laws and proper traffic stops and procedures.
And as of January 29th of 2025, were you up to date on all continuing education, training, and certification requirements?
Yes.
And I'm going to draw your attention to about 450.
This part is important. Judges are required to make sure defendants know their rights before they throw them away. The judge is basically saying, look, you could have a trained lawyer defend you, maybe even for free if you qualify. Are you sure you want to do this? And what does our sovereign citizen do? He doubles down, ready to sign away his right to counsel because apparently Google is his attorney now.